Let's begin at the nation's top office. The hot topic in Monday's meeting with top aides, corrupt hiring process at state-run firms. Reportedly, some 500 positions were filled as favors for big-name politicians and businessmen. President Moon pledged to eradicate such trends. Our Hwang Hojun has our top story.
In Monday's meeting with his top aides, President Moon called for an out-and-out inspection of South Korea's public institutions, if necessary, regarding their recruitment processes. The meeting began on a positive note as President Moon emphasized the recent upswing in the nation's economy, pointing to the recent increase in exports and the economic growth rate estimated at 3%. The nation's sovereign credit rating also remains strong despite the risks posed by North Korea and China's so-called THAAD retaliation. However, President Moon then sternly admonished the public enterprises that unfairly recruited employees as favors for powerful political and economic figures. He said they were supposed to be models of integrity, but had grossly violated society's standards of fairness and caused disappointment and a sense of betrayal among the people. He asked for the government's strong determination to put an end to such misconduct.
청탁자와 또 채용비리를 저지른 공공기관 임직원들에 대해서는 엄중한 민형사 책임과 인사상의 책임을 물어야 할 것입니다. 부정한 방법으로 채용된 당사자에 대해서도 채용을 무효화하거나 취소하는 방안을 검토해 주기 바랍니다.
President Moon's remarks follow a public uproar over recent allegations made by both the ruling and opposition parties that several public enterprises, including the state-owned Gangwon Land, the only casino accessible to Koreans, the Financial Supervisory Service, the Korea National Oil Corporation, and the Korea Gas Safety Corporation, recruited quite a few new workers last year as favors for those in power, including politicians, business leaders, and ranking prosecution officials. Meanwhile, on the decision to resume construction on the Shinggori 5 and 6 nuclear reactors, President Moon said that in Tuesday's cabinet meeting, he and his ministers will evaluate the process of gathering public opinion that led to that decision. They'll also look at the government's energy policy as a whole. President Moon also called for improvements to the legal system and for better supervision in the public sector. He warned that public enterprises and the ministries responsible for keeping tabs on them will face serious consequences should such widespread corruption occur again. Hwang Hojun, Arirang News.